Good morning, agents, and welcome to another daily episode of Targeted Loot today for August 30th, the series that shows you the targeted loot map, farming tips and tricks, and much more. I'm Agent Shadow, and if you enjoy my content, please consider smashing the subscribe and like buttons below, and check out the pinned comment section below for the Discord link and how to join the Shadow Crew clan on PC, Xbox, and PS4. So let's get started with the Dark Zones first, and the highlights from the Dark Zone vendors for this week, then DC, then New York last. So in DZ West, we got the Emperor's Guard. It's actually rolled really well. It's just got skill damage on it, so I would definitely grab that up this week. And then of course, Door Kicker's Knock in DZ South. That's rolled with weapon damage and skill haste. And then on the east side, we got the Hollow Man Mask with hazard protection and an armor roll. Alright guys, so with DZ West, we got submachine guns as targeted loot. So that means that you can go ahead and try to grab the apartment that has perfectly measured on it. I have a build video that I'll show in the top right hand corner right now in the card. That is an extremely good weapon that I would definitely farm for today. Plus you can get the Lady Death and of course refarming the Chatterbox like I always say. But you can also get the Dark Winter with Perfect Killer. And I don't know which one's better, the apartment or Dark Winter, but they're both incredibly good submachine guns. They're both an MPX or a Vector variant, which is the best SMGs in this game. So I would definitely try to grab both of them if you can today for sure. Gila Guard, DZ South, nothing that's a DZ exclusive that stands out to me. And then Badger Tough, same thing. You can go for the 0F's perfectly unbreakable chest piece if you want, but it's in the Dark Zone and you're more likely to get bad rolls, so I probably wouldn't do that. But it's up to you, of course, so just do whatever you need to do today in the Dark Zones, guys. Alright guys, highlights for the north side. We got China Light at Camp White Oak, so anything where you need it for the explosive skill damage builds, which are extremely good, and I would like to put a build video out on that just because I actually had a guy running that with me on Legendary yesterday, and we ran through Roosevelt Island just smooth as butter, and I was running my M1A Focus Vigilance build. Oh man, it was so much fun. And then rifles at Coney Island Ballpark. So the best talents on a M1A or any rifle really depends though. If you're running a skill build, throw in sync on that. If you're running a damage build, it's always Rifleman, or my favorite, which is Boomerang, or my second favorite, which is Ranger. Then of course the Diamondback and Merciless. The MMRs at the amusement park doesn't really matter. I mean, honestly, my favorite, because it's the best, is the White Death, or the Elk's Long Stick with Perfect Ranger. Otherwise, you can refarm for the Mantis or the Nemesis if you've already gotten either one of those. And then Overlord Ornaments at Manning National Zoo. So if you're looking for the Fox's pair of knee pads, that would definitely be worth getting. Remember that 10% damage to targets out of cover is multiplicative, and it's better than having crit hit damage. My best DPS build has the Fox's pair of knee pads with damage to targets out of cover on my M1A and my military AKM, and that's what is the defining factor and why it is so powerful. And then Kinley College, of course you have that open for another day, but I would love to see how many people actually go to Kinley College. Always tell myself I'm going to, and I never do. Alright guys, so highlights for the west side, we got Hana Yu over here at West Inn. Remember, Force Multiplier Backpack with perfect combined arms, always worth it to farm for. So you want skill haste and skill damage on it. And then of course that red mod slot on it, that will go away in TU11. So if you re-roll it for a utility mod, say you get a perfectly rolled skill haste, skill damage, and you can re-roll that red one, you'll be refunded that in TU11, so you'll get it back at some point. Seska for the 10% crit hit chance, or if you're like watch level 800 or so plus, then usually you don't need that extra crit hit chance, it just depends. Holsters at Downtown West, Imperial Dynasty, and Forge Holster, which gives you 50% extra shield health. That's a whole extra skill tier to your shield. Socolo Concern at Bank HQ. So you always want to get Socolo Concern if you're running an SMG in your build. You switch that for Providence Defense because you don't need the headshot damage, but you do need the SMG damage, the crit hit damage, and crit hit chance. You got gloves at DCD headquarters. While it isn't a black test mission, you can still run this for BTSU gloves, and of course contractors close with that damage to armor. Shotguns at Constitutional Hall, so the Sweet Dreams exotic shotgun. Remember, you can one-hit kill any NPC that isn't an elite with that. It's definitely good with skill builds. Holsters again, but at Roosevelt Island, that might be a little bit better to farm for Imperial Dynasty and Forge. And then of course Overlord again, but at Tidal Basin. I might recommend that over Manning National Zoo because I don't really like Manning National Zoo. And then backpacks at Lincoln Memorial. I normally recommend farming the brand, not the type, but you could farm this area if you want, just kind of throw a big net over trying to farm for a certain backpack. Fenris is great for that 10% assault rifle damage. I'm currently trying to test something where I'm running either a Providence Defense mask or the Fenris mask from a military AKM M1A build. I'm trying to see which one hits more powerful, and I can't remember because it was last night, but I believe the extra 10% assault rifle damage was better. It might have been the Providence Defense crit hit damage. Alright guys, well that's pretty much it for the west side, except for Douglas and Harding. You can farm these 2 control points for the Punch Drunk Mask, which gives you 20% extra headshot damage. Alright agents, highlights for the east side. We got chess pieces at Downtown East. Like I said, I normally farm the brand, not the type, but this is a demolition site XP farm area, so if you're looking for chess pieces, you could just run that over and over for the XP. And then you're probably more than likely going to get a chess piece that you actually want if you're going to be farming it for a few hours and you're completing the whole control point thing in like 5-6 minutes. You got masks at District Union Arena. You can get the Coyotes mask and the Vial mask, and you can get the Punch Drunk mask as well. Assault rifles at Jefferson Trade Center, so you can get the Chameleon Exotic, which is definitely worth it, and I have a build for that too. I'll put it in the top right card right now. You can also get the Mechanical Animal of Future Perfection, the Burnout, the Maniac AKM named assault rifle. You can get all the top tier ones. The Carbine 7 I know is pretty good. My favorite is the Military AKM. I can get 1.2 million body crits on that weapon. Also the Police M4 is probably the most stable. Great rate of fire. All together just best assault rifle, but it doesn't have as much damage as the Military AKM, and it doesn't spit the bullets as fast as the FAMAS. But overall I think it's probably the most best out of all of them, you know, the average best. And then of course Wyvernware for 10% extra skill damage. LMGs at East Mall, you got 4 different control points and they're all part of the Manhunt as well. Now that's Exotics, which is Bullet King and Pestilence. Named, which is actually you also get the Carnage. I believe that has a Perfect Sadist on it. There's another one I think with Perfect Frenzy on it. There's Good Times with Perfect Fast Hands, and the New Reliable. It's hard to remember all these off the top of my head. I'm honestly shocked I remember as much as I do. Grupo Sombro, first piece for DPS builds, second piece for explosive skill damage builds, Petrol for the contractors gloves. And that's about it, guys. I mean, if you're looking for Grupo Sombro, today's a great day because you rarely have one Grupo Sombro, so 2 would be great. Anyway, guys, let's go check out the New York City targeted loot. Alright guys, so we got gear system mods at the Civic Center. That is definitely worth farming for if you want to get that 12% crit hit damage mod, 6% crit hit chance, 20% repair skills. Just all those mods are definitely worth it. Just think of it. If you have 12% crit hit damage mod and you can get 3 of them, then that's an extra, what, 36% crit hit damage on your build? Or at least an extra 24% on 2, and then 6% is crit hit chance. That's a big difference. It's worth farming for. And then you get the perfect Headhunter chest piece over here at the Tombs today. And the Tombs is a Riker mission, so you also get a chance to get the Bullet King. You got Providence Defense at Stranded Tanker. You can get the Imperial Dynasty to drop from Vivian Connolly. And you can get the Sacrifice with Perfect Glass Cannon. Pistols is good for farming I wouldn't say farming the Liberty, but a D50 to craft the Liberty. And the knee pads at Liberty Island. I stay away from this mission. I might check it out in the next few days to see if it's worth farming for, because last time I checked it out, Keener was always invincible every single time I would do it. But you can get the Fox's Prayer knee pads, you can get the Sawyer's knee pads, and the Ninja Bike Messenger knee pads. Alright guys, let's go back to DC to end this video. Alright guys, well thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. Subscribe and like if you enjoy the content. That's the best way to support me, and watch it till the end of the video. Anyway agents, I'm going to take off. Sorry this video was a little bit later than usual. It's a little difficult for me to stay up until like 2-3 a.m. in the morning, but I try every day for you guys. So take care agents, and I will see you in the next video. Agent Shadow, signing off.